I'm a Goldilocks walker. Too hot, too cold, nah. I want it just right. And that's when I have the time and energy for a walk. Then there's the whole other sensory side of going outside for a walk, especially in cities. The noise, crowds, traffic. I want and need more steps in a day, but I can always find an excuse not to go out for a walk. So I may have found a solution. Meet my new walking pad. What's your reason for wanting to get steps in indoors? Tell me in the comments. If you're new here, I'm Lisa, a solo midlifer based in the UK, and I make videos about simpler living, long-term travel, and life after leaving the 9-to-5 behind. In full honesty, WalkingPad did send me this in exchange for me making this video, but I've always wanted one. I couldn't say no, so technically this is an ad, but everything I'm going to say from here on out is my own opinion, both good and bad. Let's get going. Unfolding the walking pad from the fully folded position takes a couple minutes, though you do get faster with practice. Here I needed to reposition it so I could access it more easily without blocking the door to the hallway. So you release the locking mechanisms that keep it in the folded position, then unlatch and raise the bar, plug it in, etc. It's good to know that it arrives ready to fold out, no assembly required. To fold it back into storage position, you do the reverse of the unfolding, which is you fold the base in half first, and then you lower the handle, and then unlatch it so you can lower it to the ground, and then tighten it again so it doesn't move. Remote control. So why am I doing this? Well, the honest answer is I just need more steps in a day. I had this goal of having an average of 7,000 steps a day, and that has not happened in my normal life. So whenever possible, I'm going to try to bring this with me when I'm house sitting. So far, no one said no, but also it has to be practical enough. Like if it's anything shorter than a week, I wouldn't bother. Otherwise, it folds up and sits in my storage. I don't drive, so walking for me is a major form of transportation. So as I am getting older and I notice my muscles are starting to disappear. So I'm thinking that if I can keep walking more, that will help a lot, and I also just need to make more effort to strengthen my legs. I also have an iPad here. Well, I might just watch some YouTube or Netflix, we'll see. So I also have some travel coming up. I wanted to try out my actual travel kit so that I can see what it feels like to carry everything. I'm a full-time traveler, and this is really about being ready for the next trip. Okay, so I'm going about 2 kilometers an hour, which is a little bit slow. But if I'm talking at the same time, I didn't want to get too crazy. So I mentioned the remote. I can just press it and it'll speed up. Five kilometers an hour. I can even do some running. I was meant to clip this on. So at low speed, I could easily join a call from my iPad or my iPhone. I could dictate something into my phone. I have no doubt this would be fabulous with a standing desk. I just didn't have one to hand. WalkingPad is offering my viewers a discount of 15%, including walking pads, treadmills, rowers, and more using my discount code SIMPLERLIVINGLISA. I've included all of this in the description as well. The walking pad can also be controlled by the dedicated app, allowing you to start and stop the walking pad, allowing you to start and stop, increase speed, decrease speed, and measure your distance. The app can be locked in portrait or landscape mode, which must have been what I've done here. The walking pad always starts out at 2 kilometers an hour, which is nice and gentle, and then you can see your speed in the digital display when you look down as well as in the app. So that's me flat ground, paying attention and focusing. But what happens when I start adding travel kit on top of me? I thought about trying to demonstrate this with a suitcase, but I'm not sure I'm that brave, especially over long distances. So I'm gonna put some bits on and let's just see what happens. This is the travel backpack I usually carry with me, and it carries all of my, tends to be kind of heavier things, just because it's electronics and laptops and all sorts. In a normal day, I'd probably also have some kind of crossbody on. Maybe I'll add some things and kind of give it a little more of a realistic feel. Of course, I'd have sunglasses, hat. Okay. This is only a level one, there's no incline. So it would give you a bit of a sense of what it could be like. Today's kind of a hot day here in England, so yeah, this is gonna get hot. So this would be a good chance. This is one of these fabrics that's meant to keep you cool, so let's see if it actually does its job. And right now I'm only going 2 kilometers an hour, which is incredibly slow, even for someone who's 52. I'm gonna go a little bit faster. I'm racing for the train now. Got my bag. Oh no, there's something in my eye. This is why I have a crossbody. I can just shove this right in there. Grab out a tissue. I'm actually genuinely grateful that these shoes don't require any breaking in. I slightly prefer the remote for changing the speed just because it's already in my hand if it is, whereas if my phone is, it's either here or somewhere else. But if I have it here, it's probably not got the app up and running at that point in time. 4.5 kilometers an hour. One of the tests I could do for my bag is, can I get my sunglasses out easily? Another challenging one is my water bottle would be here. I feel like the lesson though is to like give yourself enough time when you're on the move so you're not racing around. When I'm doing this for longer times, I will have my headphones in and just watch something. Most of the time this has been in storage and I'm actually really nice. It's really nice to have it back. I've always wanted one of these walking pads and I'm actually super sad that I'm not in a place where I can have it with me continuously. These clamps on the side here, they are really stiff for me. Like I don't have the best upper body strength, so for me they're a little bit difficult to move. That's kind of a drawback. I think if you had a small lever or a crowbar, that would definitely help, but just like using finger strength alone's been a bit tricky for me. None of these are a deal breaker, just something to be aware of. Otherwise, I'm very happy with it. I think it's quiet enough. I don't feel like I need to have earplugs watching a movie. It is actually nicer to have earplugs in just because it's a little more immersive, but apart from that, no problems with the noise levels. I have a friend helping me move it from this current cat sit back to my storage unit tomorrow. I'm very happy that it does fold down as compact as it does because I haven't got a ton of room in my storage unit and I know that, well, it's gonna be a bit of a trick getting it in there, but that's on me for having too much stuff. But yeah, it's fine. Like in terms of size, it'll easily get in there. going to talk about the positive things. So positive is that it folds compact and it stands upright. And I need that because I'm a long-term traveler. I don't have my own permanent place. I move primarily from house sit to house sit. And so for the longer ones, I'll just ask if I can bring it with me. And if not, then it's going to be in my storage unit. The other positive benefits, the other things I really like about this are that it's quiet. I don't feel like I need to have headphones in or anything like that. And it stands upright. I said that already. Oh, this is going to be an editing nightmare. It is light enough to wheel around solo, but like getting it in and out of the car is definitely a two-person job unless you have some kind of, unless you're quite strong. I am not. So yeah, I would say if you have to lift it into the boot of a car, you're going to probably need some help. So the drawbacks are that there is a weight limit of 110 kilograms, which is 242 pounds. So just bear that in mind. There's no incline, so if you want hill training, this won't do that, but otherwise, I think it's pretty great. There is no cup holder, but I just have mine positioned next to the dining table, so that was never an issue. The other one for me is that the clamps that hold the sort of handlebar in place are really stiff to move. Like they might loosen up over time, but right now, I guess I don't have the finger strength. Another one that's total first world problems is that my iPad doesn't sit horizontally, it only sits vertically in this space, the little, I don't know what you call it, device holder. So, but I mean, it's fine, I can live with that. None of them are deal breakers, but just something to be aware of. If you have any questions, let me know. I'd be happy to answer them. I do want to thank WalkingPad so much for reaching out to me. This has been quite a fun project for me to film, and I'm hoping to get a lot more use out of it when life settles down. If you currently walk inside, or if you want to walk inside, I'd love to hear your reason why you choose to walk inside. I can think of a bunch, but I'd love to hear yours. If you could leave it in the comments, that would be great. I'm going to throw some of the specs on the screen here so you can check it out. Feel free to pause the video to read this. Otherwise, I'll also put them in the description. Well, it's now the final day of this cat sit, and it needs to go back to my storage unit. So I have now got it tucked into this tiny area of my storage unit, and I've covered it with the plastic bag that it shipped with just to protect it from dust. And the accessories are living in the cardboard box that it came with. So I have a link if you're interested in buying one. There's a link in the description and you get a discount. I'll throw that up on the screen here. And if you buy from that link, I will get a small commission. So thank you very much if you decide to get one. I want to thank WalkingPad so much for this opportunity. I really love it. I hope I'm reunited with it very soon. Also, if you're someone who enjoys walking or would like to walk inside, let me know your reasons in the comment. I can think of a bazillion reasons, but I'd like to hear yours. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.